Chanel, can you come up? Chanel Bird, most of you know Chanel Bird. Her and her husband Aaron are amongst the top leaders in ACN. They are not only top leaders at ACN, they become personal friends. I've seen them grow together. They got married because of ACN. I saw their children grow up. They're personal friends. And last night, I was talking to Chanel, and during the leadership session, she was like this, just wanting to get up and tell somebody, or tell the group last night during the leadership session, this story of how ACN has impacted her life. But she didn't get a chance to do it. And what she told to me last night, I just knew that the reason why she told me was because I was supposed to make arrangements for you to hear from her as well this morning. So Chanel Bird, everyone. Woo.
I don't think I've been on a stage shaking this much ever. First I want to say God is amazing. So last night, I was telling I call him Mr. P. I was telling him that I didn't think after almost 17 years in a business that I could be more all in when it comes to ACN. ACN changed the course of my entire life. You know, a lot of people hear my story. I do this I got started because of my mom. She's a cosmetologist. She has no retirement. If somebody cancels a hair appointment, she doesn't make any money. I'm her only child, so that's why I started doing ACN. But over the years, when he says every aspect of your life will change, I got closer to God because of ACN. I got divorced because of ACN.
Hey.
ACN makes you know, look, ACN will tell you you don't have to settle for nothing less than what you deserve, right? So, I got divorced because of ACN. I got remarried because of ACN. I have 4 kids now because of ACN. But, you know, we get started in a business just to want to make some extra money, most of us. And we have no idea how that one decision can really change everything and not just for you. When we got Impact Health Sharing, a lot of us didn't really get it, and I was one of them. And, you know, they talk about talking to small business owners, and one small business owner that I definitely needed to tell to get this was my mom. And it's so amazing that God would allow this company to have that, because my mom never had health insurance. And after getting Impact, and I won't share everything because she, out of respect for her privacy, she hasn't told certain people yet, so I won't get into the specifics. But after getting Impact, we found out she's dealing with some major health stuff. And because of ACN, because of me being involved with this opportunity, because of Impact Health Sharing, Impact doesn't just save people money. It's helping save my mom's life right now. We've been going to different appointments, and I've just been so thankful that because of this opportunity, I've never had to call in to ask to be with my mom, to take off of work to be with her. I haven't had to worry about the money that I've had to pay up front to help her financially. It's residual weekend, so I help my mom every single month anyway, paying all of her bills. So now because she's dealing with this and taking off more time from work, because of ACN, we don't have to worry about the finances for her. But Impact Health Share is saving my mom's life right now. I was texting Mike Kane last night, and I'm like, I'm just really getting the nerve to talk about this, but we have to tell everyone about this, whether you get it or not, because so many people, you have no idea how many people like my mom don't have health care, and she never had it because she didn't think she could afford it because of what she does. And this opportunity has placed people in my life. There's some people that I've been talking to, like Cody Mackey and David Spin and Melissa Street. And there's some people that you just know that you can count on to pray for you and with you and over you. It's people in this business that have become closer than me than just my blood family. And there are people that don't even know. So I know some of you are going to post this, but don't call my mom, okay? But there are people in the business that know more about what's happening than some of my family right now. You know, Boris and Renata. And I remember sending him a text, and I'm like, I gotta tell you about Impact. Call me when you can. I called him, he didn't answer. I texted him, he called me right back. I could tell that he was out and about. Like, I heard all these people in the background. I'm like, wow, like, I keep telling everybody that he's my friend, okay? But he called me back, and I'm like, I gotta tell you about Impact. And he said, how's your mom? I said, I didn't know you knew about my mom. He said, I know everything. But you've heard me say before, you know, Mr. Provenzano has really been like a dad to me. And I'm just so thankful for this opportunity. It's been almost 17 years for me in this business. But I am more excited today to change so many more lives because of this opportunity. And I'm just so thankful for all the co-founders. I was asking him last night, like, how does this make you guys feel when you hear stories like this? And he said it, like, it just fills me up. So just imagine you making a decision to just talk to somebody. How much of an impact you can have just by telling them about a business that helps people save money on bills. It's so much more than that. I'm so thankful and so grateful. I haven't been able to stay in a sad state because of my mom, the reality of what she's going through, because I'm so thankful. Impact has been fighting for my mom. It's just been amazing. People ask me, how's my mom doing? I'm like, it's been amazing. Let me tell you about Impact Health Share, because they have just been right there. They've been a phone call away. I didn't get it at first. And you might not either. But because of their decision to get this service for us, it is going to change people's lives more than we have ever thought that we could do in this ACN opportunity. So thanks so much for allowing me to talk, and just keep us in your prayers. Thank you.
So people ask us all the time, why do we continue to do what we do after 30 years? Because of that. Because of those stories and the conversations that we have and the impact that we have on people's lives. And I can tell you this, that after 30 years of having over hundreds of millions of dollars of revenue, changing thousands of people's lives, I'm telling you, we have barely scratched the surface of where we're going. And you would think after 30 years that there would be no opportunity left, that all the opportunity would be had. And here's what I can tell you, is that ACN is more relevant today than when we were 30 years ago. We have more stories today than we had 30 years ago. You think about the timing that we have and the infrastructure that we have today. We have leadership, we have an executive team, we have people that are doing so well. None of that was in place 30 years ago. And when you combine that with the economy today, when gas prices are going up, interest rates are going up, everything's going up but everybody's income. Wouldn't you agree with that? Everybody's in need of a plan B. And we have an opportunity to have them get paid off of services that people need, want, and use every single day. And you can create revenue and create residual income for you and your families. That's what ACN is all about. It's amazing to me to see what ACN has become. And so here's the question that I have for you, because I got to get off this stage. I'm the ACN warm-up act. If ACN can become the company that we became in our first 5 years of being the 22nd fastest growing company on the Inc. 500 list, if we can do that and have over $300 million of revenue with a $15 per month per household bill, where do you think we all could be together 5 years from now with what we have to offer today? See, our best days have yet to be had. Our best days are ahead of us. And so there should be no question in any of your minds, not one, whether there's an opportunity for you. The only question that you may have, and it's going through your minds, those of you that are brand new, is can you do this? Can you do what's required of you in order to build a big business at ACN? And I'm here on this stage right now to tell you, yes, you can do this. Yes, you can. And the reason why I know that is this. I know all of the leaders at ACN. I know all of the senior vice presidents, RVPs, platinum RVPs, gold RVPs. I know the majority of their families, their leaders, they all grew up in ACN together. Here's what I can, and in fact, let me tell you this, I also happen to know all the co-founders. I can tell you this, that there's not one person that I can think of, not one, in all of those groups of leaders that I just mentioned, that possesses superstar talent. See, we all had to go into what we're now doing. In fact, honestly, if you would have saw us 30 years ago, some of you probably would not have gotten involved with ACN. You wouldn't have followed us because we weren't the same people back then when we are today. We grew into this. 90% of our leaders that all of you know and love and have come to respect have never done a network marketing company before. They plugged into a system that we provided, and they paid a price, and they sacrificed. And they did things that most people are not willing to do, and it wasn't easy, but it was worth it. And what I'm telling you today, those of you that are brand new, there's only a few things that are separating you from where you're at, starting to where you want to be. Just 4 simple things. And it's time, it's effort, it's you can't quit, and you need a track to run on. The first 3 things are up to you. You need to give ACN sufficient enough time. If you're in ACN and you say, I'm just going to give this thing a try, I'm going to dip my toe in the opportunity, see if it works out. If it doesn't work out, I can always go back to doing what I'm doing. Here's my promise to you, you will always go back to doing what you're doing. You got to have 100% commitment to anything that you want to have work, yes? You try and be 99% married, see how that works out. You got to give it time. Don't give it 6 months. Don't give it 1 year. Give it till however long it takes for you to finally win for you and your family. Can you do that? Can you make a commitment to being here 5 years from now? Yes or no?
Yes.
You got to give it effort. You got to work. You can't become an RVP by osmosis. They're not going to send you a check. You got to talk to people about an opportunity to change their lives. Can you all do that?
Yes.
You can't quit. You can't get tired. You got to be tenacious. You got to be consistent. And the last thing is you need a track to run on. And that's on us. That's what we're going to do for you. See, we got to go beyond just knowing. We got to get to knowing what to do. And you're going to hear from these very people that I just spoke of. Some of them are SVPs. Some of them are RVPs. Some of them are Platinums. You're going to hear from them. And they sat in those chairs right where you're sitting for the very first time. And here's what they thought when they first saw ACN. I promise you, because I've heard their stories. Man, I've been looking for something like this all my life, and I hope and pray that it's legal, because I'm doing something with it. And look what they've done. You're going to hear stories from these people. You're going to get world-class training over the next 2 days, folks. We're going to pour everything we have into you. Listen. The only way that we win is if you win. Do you understand that? The only way that ACN grows is if we teach you how to grow. How do we become a multi-billion-dollar company? By showing you how to build your multi-million-dollar companies within this company. Are you going to listen to what we have to teach over the next 2 days?
Yes.
How many of you lead busy lives? You're busy. Got a lot going on, yes? A lot going on. In fact, outside of these 4 walls, it seems like the world is falling apart, yes? What's up is now down. What's black is now white. What's right is now wrong. And sometimes you just shake your head like, what in the world is going on? You look at your phone, you get a feed on your phone, a news feed, crisis in the Middle East, we should be praying for them. The economy's bad. But here's what I can tell you. ACN is a beaming light of hope in a dark world. And you can be a part of it if you just listen intently to what we're going to show you to do. And here's what I would encourage you to do for the next 2 days. And then I'm done. Can we make a commitment to forgetting about what's going on outside of this room? Just for 2 days. Where you can just stay focused on what we're going to pour into you. Can you do that? Yes. And if you take good notes, even if they don't make sense right now, I promise you later on in your career, they will make a lot of sense. I would encourage you to audio record the session so that you can refer back to it. Take great notes. And most importantly, internalize everything we're going to give you. And then implement it so that you can become one of the next leaders that are going to help take ACN and your business and your lives and your family's lives to the next level. Is that fair enough? God bless all of you. Let's have a great weekend together. Take good care.